It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see who's better, Houston's former team or its current one. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Let's go! Let's play now!
In the only building this franchise has ever known, we're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. Julius Chestnut to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back now, pressure on its way. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Now on 4th down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
This is complete to Schultz. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, third down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He lets a heater go. Big gain downfield. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Kirk comes in motion right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Stroud off the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Mixon will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Again, the give to Mixon. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Texans have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. and has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So Tennessee headed out for its second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The give on second to Pollard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Going right side, Mixon with it. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. One quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Pressure comes. Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's second and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On play action, here's Stroud. Buying some time right. He can run it. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They have themselves another first and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. They're going play action. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Looking to throw, Stroud. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Stroud escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Everly's kick is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First and 10 now from the 30. I'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Right back to Pollard. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Locates Lockett along that sideline, and he's got it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. Cut by Lockett. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Throwing from the gun here. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They're throwing it. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That's Sheldon Rankins in on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. It's the Titans with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the snap. Finds his man, it's Van Jefferson. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Traymon Smith picks it. And the Texans take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
We see quarterbacks in this league love targeting their slot guys so often. They get plenty of chances defensively to take one the other way. Nice to see him come through with that one. And what a great read to get in position for that pick.
The Texans going on offense now just before halftime. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Finding Collins. And he's blocked down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Completed to Collins. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Mason Kinsey to return this for the Titans. And a fair catch made here at the 17. It's halftime here in Houston, with the Texans enjoying a lead at the break. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Set to return. This is Braxton Berrios. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 4. Collins there to grab it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one gains 7. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. A give left side. Here's Mixon. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Sent down by Cody Barton. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Stroud now on 3rd. This is complete to Schultz.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Throwing off the play fake here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing out to the left, Cup. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Stroud off the play fake. He's got it near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Mixon. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Texans make it a 16-point ball game. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 3-possession lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's an option play to the left. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And finally down right along that opposing 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, forget about it. Forget 1st down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, it's Pollard. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Into the hands of Okonkwo. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He brings it in. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Titans cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Damian Pierce now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Second and 3 now. A give. This is Mixon. And they bring him down. He managed to get a couple across the 35 to the 36. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He completes it in traffic. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. They go play action on 1st. This one falls incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson. He loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Throwing now from the gun. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Completed to Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
2nd and 1. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call it pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the out route. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it down close. Touchdown, Tennessee. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They can tack on 1 more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Pierce now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now, 1st round. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Mixon on the counter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. They did it! He made the interception! And the Titans have some new life in the fourth!
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out, that's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Titans are being happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Pollard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing now, off play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Setting up the running back screen. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Titans down by only 3. They've got 1st down from the 31. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Has his man, it's Ridley. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Henry comes up with it. And the Texans make the play that should win them this game. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for second down. On the ground again with Mixon. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Let's see what they went with on third down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here he is to throw. Pass caught by Ridley. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
It's a very important field goal for Joey Sly. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Mechie hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To the air, Stroud. This to win the game. And the defender comes away with it. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. The kick is good. He got it. And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.